All right, bottom line, yeah, Padres fought, but they lost the series to the Reds. And maybe this is what we're going to see from the Padres this month, where they're going to make things close. We're going to see maybe some encouraging signs late in games, showing some fight, which is something that we haven't seen all year long from this team. When I mean all year long, I mean we haven't seen it consistently from this team. Show fight, but still lose close games. And if that's what happens, I hope that Peter Seidler and AJ Preller, they don't look at, oh, well, they're showing fight. Let's go buy, let's add to this team. Hopefully they just look at the results. And right now the results are, well, the Padres, they're, 8 games under 500. They're nowhere close to a playoff spot. Look, I like that they showed fight. I like that Nando homered. I like that Ha-Sung Kim homered there. But then what happened right after that? Nick Martinez gives up a home run. Now, we can talk about the Martinez-Cosgrove thing. Should have Melvin stuck with Cosgrove? He did allow a runner. Left on right is what it would have been. The Padres, they probably wanted the matchup right on right. But if you've been watching Nick Martinez recently, he hasn't been pitching too well. I know in the first game of the series, I think he went an inning and 2/3, didn't give up any runs. But still, you go look at the game logs. It's more consistently bad Nick Martinez than good as of late. And so you definitely have the argument to stick with Cosgrove there. I know he's just coming off of the IL, back-to-back days I think that he has pitched, but I think he's still probably the better option over Nick Martinez. It feels like Melvin, and sometimes, as of late, he's continued to do this. He's like forcing Nick Martinez into these games. I love Nick, and he's been good for this bullpen while he's been with the Padres for the most part. Sometimes he's been, most of the time, you look at the track record, he's been one of their high leverage guys. You can trust him. And I still do trust Nick, but I think Cosgrove, I know it's easy to say in hindsight, but I think Cosgrove's just the guy you put in, you leave in that spot. When Nick comes into the game, it's like, oh boy, buckle up here, as of late. And that's not a guy you probably want pitching. Right when your offense came back, it's a tie game, 2-2. That's not a guy I want pitching in that spot right now. But yeah, so Padres, they lose. I like that they showed fight, that it was Gary coming up with the single with 2 outs, Crony driving him in, so it was a 1-run loss. It's not like it kept at a 2-run loss. It's not like it stayed at 2-0 like it was earlier in the game when Tim Hill gave up that home run after, I think, a hit by pitch. So they did fight, and I like what I'm seeing by that. But again, like I said, the results should be speaking louder than the actions of the team as of late. Now, there is still a month to go before the deadline, so if the results end up changing, and let's say they keep showing fight like this, and the results actually end up backing up the fight, if that makes sense, and it turns into more wins, then I think Seidler and Preller can, they'd have a better point if they, say that, yeah, I believe in this team. But right now, the results are the results, and the results say this team should not be a buyer at the deadline. Seidler made a lot of comments yesterday with Kevin Acee in Cincinnati while he was watching the Padres game about AJ Preller, about Eric Grupner, and the Padres in general. So there's a lot to talk about on the show. But yeah, there's my little post-game reaction. There were spots, before I end here, there was spots today where early in the game, Padres, they had chances to come through. First inning, back-to-back strikeouts, I think, from Manny and Xander. There was another one with Manny in scoring, or Manny had a runner in scoring position, popped up to right in foul territory. He's hitting like 200 with runners in scoring position this year. He hit over 300 last year with runners in scoring position. So, yeah, that has been an issue, just like it's been an issue with the whole team, pretty much. Manny is definitely contributing to that.